another video that I'll be sharing you all, and that is the books that I've read from April to May. And to be honest, I don't read much book for those 2 months, and that is because I've been so caught up with work, and I keep on telling you that I've been so busy with work and stuff, and you know, just life. But that is really what's going on with me. I mean, I'm bound to it, and I just don't have enough time to read more books for myself. But then again, I don't really mind it because I found that reading less books make me enjoy reading those books that I'm reading about, because I don't push myself too much, and I don't have the mindset of like, you know, trying to finish this book because I want to read another book, and eventually like the book that I've read I don't enjoy as much as everyone else does. And you know, people will start on telling me like, you know, why don't you enjoy those books? So I feel like I've taken myself a bit slower, but then again, like what I've mentioned, I appreciate it, and I think the overall book that I've read up to now are the ones that I'm totally in love. And I will be also sharing with you all the ones that I'm currently reading, and I'm still trying to struggle to continue reading this book. So without further ado, I'm just going to share with you the books that I've read in these past 2 months, on April and May. So actually there are 4 books that I've read in the past month, and again, it is a shocking news, but I will share with you these 4 books that I've read are amazing, and I just love it. I love it. There's also 1 or 2 books that I was supposed to finish reading, but I put it on hold because I don't feel like reading it, and there's a reason to it. I'll get to it soon. Alright, so the first book that I really want to share is I've read. It's a little more sweet, adorable, and really steamy, and I enjoy so much reading this book, and I just can't highly tell you enough like how much I love it, and that is the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Yeah, Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I know this is not a new book, but still I enjoy it because I haven't read anything from Helen Huang, and I feel like this is just a good book to start read from her. I'm not sure whether she has like other several books released from her own writing, but I'm just so glad that I've read this as her first book because I am so obsessed with her writing, and I just feel like I really want to read more from Helen Huang. And this, my friend, I just have to tell you, is one of, again, I have to mention, is so adorable, lovable, and so steamy. And just to warn all of you out there, this is kind of like an adult themed book, so you've been warned before you pick this book up. And what I really love about this book is the characters, and then the stories, the emotional impact that it gave to me while reading it. I just can't you know, I just can't forget about it. I've always have this mindset that I'll go and reread this all over again, like 2 or 3 times more. And this book story is about our main character Stella, and she has Asperger's syndrome. It's part of like autism spectrum, and she's a really smart and brilliant girl. She just being loved by her family, but then when she comes to an age, her mom pushed her to be in a relationship. I mean, like she's been in a few relationships before, but she just wants to go more further, more experience, especially in physical relationship, if you know what I mean. And that when Stella, since she's really she's also rich, she kind of like hired a male escort named Michael, who is like oh my god, so charming, and I love him so much. So Stella hired Michael to you know, to teach her about romance and about sexual intercoms or whatever, like, yeah, those kind of things. And those where the, you know, the sparks begins. What I really love about her is, you know, even though she has the autism spectrum, she is just being herself, and by being herself, and Michael eventually, like, you know, really likes her back because of her characters. Like, he doesn't even know that Stella has Asperger's, and that's one of the reasons why I love about Michael, because he just loves her for who she is, and that's really beautiful. And if I haven't mentioned, Michael is like my male crush in a book, because he is so patient, he is so lovable, so nice, so good to Stella, and I just can't get enough of him and his relationship with Stella. I just love it so much, and you will, like, I would highly recommend you go and read it. Yeah, if you haven't read this book, I highly suggested it. It's definitely will be one of my all-time favorite books to read, and I can see myself like reading this in a day, in one sitting, all over again. Like what I mentioned, like, I don't care how many times I read it, I'm still going to love this book. Yeah. So on to the next book that I've read is this one, and this is Vagabond Volume 1 by Takehiko Inoue. And this is, yes, as it is, this is a manga book, and it's so freaking huge, guys, so freaking huge. I don't know how many pages there is in this book because there's no pages in it, but I think I'm assuming like 800 more pages. Yeah. And this is actually my first thick book manga that I've purchased. Oh no, it's not my first thick manga. So you all know that I really love my mangas from Junji Ito's, and then the one that I've recently read is No Longer Human by Junji Ito as well, but the original story is from Dazai Osamu. I really want to venture more into manga, and I picked this one up. And before I picked this one, I actually looked into it, and this is about a samurai team. Yeah, samurai story team, and this is based on Iji Yoshikawa's Musashi. Is one of the legendary samurai there is in Japan, and this I think it's a fiction story about his early life. And the thing about me is I am also a sucker for like a historical movie or team, a historical story, and that is what I always go into. Like even while watching K-drama or any sort of drama or series, I always love into historical historical stories. And when I heard about samurais, like I've watched a lot of I've watched a lot of samurai movies and series, and I think this is a great start for me to engage more into manga. And especially like this is my first manga to read on samurai, and I like, what do I have to say about this book? This is really amazing. I enjoy it so freaking much, and I think I've read this in just a day. Like, how freaking possible is that? But it is. That just shows how much I really into this storyline, and I'm absolutely in love with it. And especially the spine here is so gorgeous. I saw a few of YouTubers, like, you know, manga collectors, their collection videos, and I am really drawn into their spine design. So that's why I wanted to get my hands on Vagabond. And to be honest, since I know I'm going to love this book so much, I actually bought the few of the series, as you can see from back there. Yeah, few of their series, because I know I definitely will enjoy it, so I don't mind in you know, spend a little bit money for this book. So without any doubt, I know this is going to be one of my favorite manga to read, and I'm so happy to have finally read Vagabond. And just an amazing storyline, amazing character. I really love the main character in this manga. So yeah, so on to my next and last book that I've read is Vinland Saga by Makoto Yukimura, and this is kind of like a Viking storyline. And if you've watched, I actually recently I've just watched this series on Netflix. I just don't remember what was it. The Last Kingdom. Yeah, The Last Kingdom. So this really kind of remind me of The Last Kingdom. I don't know why, but when I've read book 1, it just some of the terms that they use here really remind me of The Last Kingdom from Netflix series. And after watching that series, I know I am a sucker for any Viking series, and I have to go and pick Vinland Saga after, you know, doing some research and looking at other people's reviews. They all suggested Vinland Saga and Vagabond, and that is why I've read volume 1 Vagabond and also book 1 from Vinland Saga, and I am not in any regret to have read these 2 humongous books. And this is also a very cheap book. I just absolutely like love this manga so much. And the thing about Vinland Saga is I bought this on Carousel. It's from a different owner, and he or she sold it to me at a slightly cheaper price than the original price. But I don't really care about that, because honestly, most of the items that I bought from Carousel are all in good condition, and this is in particular is in A+ condition. I don't see any damage from this book. I don't know why, the reason the owner doesn't want it. Maybe he or she has you know, another copy of it, or maybe that person just, you know, not into Vikings things. But yeah, I'm very happy that I got this at okay lah, cheaper price. Yeah, and this, I just, what can I say about it? The storyline is about this character here. So this is Thorfinn. He's one of the main character, and there's also, in reading this manga, I noticed there will be a few of like semi-main characters, which I think I enjoy those semi-main characters as well. But I really love Thorfinn, and his you know, his story in this book 1 is actually strike me to the heart. At the end of reading Vinland Saga book 1, I know that I will be immersed into this storyline and this manga. So I think this too will be my top manga to collect and to read for now. So those are the 4 books that I've read in April and May. I also read like 1 or 2 books in the same duration, but I did not finish it, and I am currently still continue to reading it, and I'll be sharing with you all what are the books that I'm currently reading. Alright guys, so the first book that I'm currently reading is this one, and this is Eliza and Her Monster by Francesca Zappia. And I just read a few pages, like less than 100, but then I stopped continue to read this book because I was so immersed into reading manga. But still, I feel like I really want to go and finish reading this, because I know a lot of people talk about it, and I know a lot of people love Eliza and Her Monster. So I have good you know, just good high expectation about this book, and I really want to go and finish this book soon. So wish me luck for this one. Next book that I recently purchased and picked to read is this one, and this is The Flag Share by Beth O'Leary. Yeah, by Beth O'Leary. And I heard good reviews about this one as well. So the reason why I picked this one up is after I read the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, I saw a lot of people recommend this book to go with you know, the same level as the Kiss Quotient. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. So this is also, I'm like up to page 20. This is very recent, okay? I think so far so good, I guess. I'm still not liking it much, but I have high hope as well for this book. I'm hoping that I can love it as much as I love reading the Kiss Quotient.